you want me to sing you in? Do you want me to do any singing,
Go on,
Steve?
sing us in.
Yeah.
Go on.
Have yourself a merry little Stevemas.
Hello, hello. You're tuning to this week's episode of the Steam Deck Podcast, Flip Screen Games weekly podcast all about Valve's portable PC powerhouse, the Steam Deck. I'm your host, Stephen Rafford, joined as always by my very good friend and co-host, Mr. Max. Right.
Ahoy. Ahoy. Why are you
Oh,
laughing
you
at my
went with
name?
ahoy ahoy after you went and did a whole
Oh, okay.
Christmassy song.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Stevemas, everybody. Have you been good this year? Would you like a Steam Deck in your stocking this year?
I
How's
don't
that?
I don't know that we can promise everyone that listens to Steam Deck in their stocking this year, but
Don't.
definitely write a letter to Santa or your
Yeah.
parents if you're interested.
I personally can't promise anyone a Steam Deck in their stocking this year. I don't want that to be misconstrued. I was doing a character of Santa. I am not Chris Dingle. Chris Dingle? Chris Kringle. Sorry.
I was excited to get you in my stocking. I can't lie, Max.
Oh,
I was
Steve.
like,
I would fill your stockings, let me tell you.
I know. I'm sure you would. What size feet?
Oh, don't. Let's not get into that. I'm like 6 foot. I wear a size 9, mate. I'm surprised.
Oh, how do you not fall over?
If I jump, I drill into the ground. I'm the opposite of a weeble wobble. If you push me, I'm already falling over. I've got a massive head as well. I'm really off balance.
Oh God, I'm sorry, Max.
What size
I'm
shoe are you?
size 9, and I'm
Ah, what sort of shoes?
5'9" or 5'10".
5'9". You mean
5'10"
you're
on a good day.
what,
You know,
it
uh,
depends what shoes you're wearing.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I'm getting the lifts out.
Yeah.
You know, if anyone asks, I'm 6 foot because no one knows I'm behind the camera. No one's ever seen us stood next to each other.
They have
Except
actually.
that one pic
Click
except
on
that
that
one
one
picture
picture
on
of us stood
Discord.
directly next to each other, yeah.
Max is taller than I expected in real life because you never have any clue when you talk to people just behind a camera and a microphone, the height that they are,
Yeah.
and you were
Well,
taller than I expected.
what's fun is you're taller than I expected
You
to,
thought
so
I was did you think I was a fucking dwarf?
I
Like,
thought you
what?
were shorter than you were. I thought you were shorter than you were. I was like, "Oh, okay." I'd warned her. I was like, "Right, don't say anything about his height."
Oh, right, okay. We're gonna go meet a short king today. He's only
Yeah.
5'4".
Yeah, yeah,
Please
yeah.
don't say anything.
He's got small man syndrome. If you say anything, he will kick off, so you've got
The
to be
hands are fine. You know, the hands are small, the feet apparently are decent size.
We have the same size hands and the same size feet.
Yeah, exactly, and you've got extra, 3 inches on me, Max.
Well, we didn't we didn't measure that as far as I know, so what we're here to talk about is your Steam Deck podcast. So which one's this one?
That came out so wrong. I did not.
Welcome back to the Steve Dick podcast, everyone.
Right, well, we recorded an episode the week that Valve did all those announcements, and frankly, then I went
Week before.
it was the week of,
Oh,
and
was it?
and
Okay.
then we ended up doing the announcements video,
Okay.
and so that podcast never went out. However, there's a bit at the beginning about, you can now download a game and turn your
Oh,
screen off,
yeah, which
which is great. If
I
you've
tried the other day and it didn't work, so I don't know
Oh,
what's going on.
okay. Well, if you haven't tried it, it might work. Max is not having much luck with it though. Um, but that's what this episode is going to be. The back half of this episode, or probably the majority of this episode, is going to be us talking about your games that you played on Steam, and your
Mm.
favorite game that you played on Steam this year.
We didn't
Um,
forget. We didn't
we
forget.
did not
It looked
forget.
like we forgot,
It
but
did.
Valve had other ideas.
I just went away for work, and then
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I was tired.
And
So
I went to a gig and I was on a train when they did the announcements, and I was like, "What
what
have we
gig?
done?" I went to see a group called it was a group called Aramea were supporting, and a chap named Native James. I was in London,
Native
in
James.
Shoreditch. Yeah, it was very, very good. He used to do grime, now does hardcore music with, like, splashes of grime. It's very cool. Really, like,
Was
you
Grimes
know.
there?
No, Grimes wasn't there. No, no, no. There was no
No.
Grimes. There was no Grimes. Neither was Elon Musk. But it was a good night. I had a really good time. Had my lip split. I really hung over the day after when we recorded that show. No, we recorded on the weekend, didn't we? Actually, in the end,
We did.
because
Yeah, because you were like
I
you
needed
were
the
like, "I
day
need
off.
some time, I don't feel
I
well,"
need.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going back to bed.
Yeah, crazy. As I was on holiday when they did the announcement. So I was on
Yeah.
holiday and then I came back and I was away for work. And, and you were like, "Is there any chance you can come join us?" And I was like, "Yeah, I absolutely wanna come talk about the Steam Cube."
Yep. And I actually like we planned to talk without you, and I collected all of your thoughts and added them to talk about, and then you ended up coming on anyway. So it was nice that way.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, because I would have been excited to hear your impression of me.
You don't want to hear my impression of you,
I
Steve.
kinda I kinda do wanna hear your impression, but maybe not while I'm on the call, because I think
Yeah.
I'd be hurt then.
Yeah, I don't want you to then suddenly go quiet, and I've got to record the rest of a show with your while
Yeah,
you're
I would be
upset
really upset.
with
I'd be
me,
really upset about
which
that,
I
but
think we get on quite well normally. So
yeah. Well, we don't really know what else the year's got for us, but Jeff Keighley has been teasing some stuff at the Game Awards, and it seems like Valve might have a presence there, but there was
mhm,
this weird cryptic code of 3 words with a dot, which people then figured out was a what 3 words. Max apparently
mhm.
figured it out before because he's Megamind and has, like,
No, I just
galaxies made.
used what 3 words before. Maybe it's not an American thing, but I always just thought that people were going, "What does regal inspiring thickness mean? What game could that relate to?" And I was like, "Well, it's a place. That's a place." And I looked at the place, and I couldn't find any like game developers based in the Mojave Desert, which is where the place was. And I was looking around, I couldn't see what was nearby, and I was quite confused. And then someone went there the day after to the what 3 words location and found a freaky statue. Is that right? Is that the right way to describe that statue? It's freaky, right?
Yeah, it's a statue of, like, skulls and, lots of dead
It's
people.
like a fossilized gate or tower made of like bodies and skeletons and armored people. When I think there's some snakes in there with like a weird eye and like what looks like a gate or a body, and then like some limbs or spikes. And at night, that all lights up, so it looks like it's on fire. It looks cool. People were theorizing that this, for all the effort and coolness that's gone into this, it was just going to be like a Diablo 4 DLC update or something not that interesting. But I think they've ruled out Diablo. I think Jeff said it's not that. Cory Barlog came out and said it's not God of War because people were theorizing it could be God of War.
They're busy doing
And
something else, aren't they? There's gonna be
yeah,
another game before God of War, isn't there?
yes, that doesn't mean it's not Santa Monica. We just definitely know it's not God of War. And Jason Schreier said he's not going to sort of spoil what it is or report on what it is, but it is cool. It's a good one, whatever it may be. So we're looking forward to the 11th for some sort of announcement of whatever the hell this thing's going to be.
There was some speculation it might be a Half-Life 3, but I don't know about that because I think it seems like a bit of a stretch. For me, if it's not any of the games that you've mentioned, Doom seems like the next logical
Doom,
one, or
yeah,
one of
like a
those,
Doom
like, Plague
DLC,
games, like the Requiem Plague or whatever it was called.
or is it Saros? Is that the sequel to Returnal? Would it
Well,
be
could be.
like Saros? I don't know. I don't know about anything else, but that sort of like floating eye has like a sun look to it with
Mm.
tentacles coming out, and there's a lot of freaky shit in the Saros thing. But I also think that if it was that, would they go to all that effort to put a statue in the
It kind
desert,
of could
pay
be like
Jeff to
could be
do
some
it?
Dungeons& and Dragons-y thing as well, like
Yeah,
yeah, it's cool, but it's cool, and I'm
it
excited to
is
see what it
cool.
is, and, like, I don't know. We've had mixed words about the or feelings on the Game Awards for the last few years. Like, there's not enough
Yeah.
emphasis on the games. Some of the announcements have been a bit lackluster. I'm excited to see some stuff here, and I'm quite excited to see what 2026 is going to look like because I don't really have a good feel on it, other than GTA 6 has been moved again, and that's probably going to get
Yeah.
moved again. I don't really know what else we've got in store and what I can expect to be playing on my deck next year.
Yeah, what is even do you know what? I'm gonna live Google 2026 video games, and we're gonna see what major releases are due
There's
for this
nothing I
year.
can really think that's like, "Oh,
Resident
I'm
Evil
super excited
Requiem.
about." Okay, yeah, I'm quite excited for that.
Now, Resident Evil where Dragon's Dogma 2 and Monster Hunter Wilds performed terribly on the Steam Deck, terribly. Resident Evil Requiem being in running the same engine, but on a much smaller scale, no open world nonsense. It is mostly, gonna be like
All of the
Resident
RE
Evil
Engine
Village
games, like,
style.
all the Resident Evil RE Engine games I played on deck have ran fine. Like
Yes. So
RE2
yeah,
or
so
RE3, Resident Evil
yes.
4, they
So
all work.
RE Engine seems to be a great engine at doing things like that. The RE Engine when it's used for Monster Hunter or um,
Big
Dragon's
expansive
Dogma,
worlds,
yeah,
it's like, it just
it just
doesn't do
can't
it, yeah.
do it. So Resident Evil Requiem is probably going to run great on deck. The Steam Deck version looks very good, and if the Switch 2 version looks very good, therefore I think Steam there'll be a good Steam Deck version. Do we have we spoke about the how ridiculous the RE engine name is?
Oh, Reach for the Moon?
Reach for the Moon engine.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, silly.
It's like when people
Um,
call it a PIN number.
yeah,
But people do that all the
or
time. ATM
yeah,
pin.
yeah, ASAP as possible, ASAP as possible. Next year we've also got there's a lot of like I wish I didn't sell my PS5 stuff coming out next year. Marvel's Wolverine, Saros.
Just come round to mine, Max. We'll have
Yeah,
we'll get some popcorn, you can play the game, and I'll just watch
you
you 'cause
watch. That
I
sounds
don't
nice.
care to play.
No, that's fine.
Mhm.
If you wanna, what I'll be like a streamer. You can donate to me, throw money at
I
me
can
while you do
donate
it.
to you, can I? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We've got Fables coming out next year, supposedly, but
No,
whether
it's
that
not.
runs, no.
No, that's not coming out.
All right, fine. Double O Seven First Light.
We've not seen anything other than an initial CGI trailer. There's no way that's coming out.
We've seen two. We've seen Richard Ayoade and the guy from Peep Show in it. Super Hands.
I forgot Super Hands was in it.
Yeah,
I started watching Peep Show again recently. I love that show.
it is a good show. Well, clean shirt. How'd you get your shirt so clean? Lovely. Really, really good lines. Um, 007 First Light is out next year. You excited for that one, aren't you?
Very, very excited for that, and I do have faith that that will run pretty well on deck. And
Yeah. It's like another Switch 2 release, so I think if it
yeah,
comes to Switch 2,
and IO's engine scales really well. It
mm,
always has. They did a good job with it. I think that's going to run it pretty well. And it's not going to be the best. Like if you want
mhm,
the best of the best on that, you're going to want to run it on like a high end PC, so you can
mhm.
make the use of like all of the bells and whistles. But it's one of those games that you don't necessarily need a lot of special effects. I don't think it still runs really well. It's about the immersion.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, it depends. Yeah, I'm glad that it's not one of those they're not using the Unreal Engine or whatever, and we're just gonna end up with a stuttery, useless mess.
No, I think it's the
Um,
Glacier engine they have.
Glacier
Yeah,
Engine.
I think that's what it's called.
A couple more Capcom games coming out next year. Pragmata. Have you seen that one? That was 2 years ago was in my "This game will not
This is
release
not going to
in."
release. Yeah, isn't that the one with all the dinosaurs?
No, no, it's the one with all the spaceman and there's a girl.
Oh
Spaceman and a little
yeah, no,
girl,
I
and I
didn't
said
think
in
that was gonna come.
2024,
What
"This
was this
game will not."
dinosaur one that we all thought was Dino Crisis, and it was like Exo something,
Didn't it
wasn't it?
come out?
Did it come out?
Exoprimal? Is it Exoprimal?
Exoprimal, and
I
it
feel
was
like that
shite,
came
wasn't
out.
it?
Yeah, it was probably shite.
I mean,
Monster
Dino
Hunter.
Crisis was shite, so it's fine.
Yeah, yes, true,
I didn't
yeah.
like that game.
You're gonna
Sorry.
upset some people, I'm sure, but
I
I've
mean,
never
play
played it.
Resident Evil. It's
Yeah,
better.
Exoprimal.
I didn't like Devil May Cry either.
I liked Devil May Cry 5. That's the most recent one, isn't it? But I played some of the DMC Devil May Cry, but because it's the only one I played, I was like, "I like that," and I was told I was wrong a lot about that, so it's fine.
Yeah, how dare you have an opinion, Max? How dare you say you like
It's
something?
it's the wrong
It's
opinion, so
like
that's
people that
fine.
say olives are nice. I don't believe them.
Alright, let's not, we were getting on so well. Let's not start ruining it. The Monster Hunter Stories 3 is coming out, which I think is also gonna run very well on the old Steam Deck. I would like to play the first 2 before I play. I'm sure it's not necessary, but as someone who has famously, not famously, historically liked Pokemon his whole life, but now hasn't liked a Pokemon game for like 3 generations, I feel like if I really let myself get into Monster Hunter Stories, I would probably enjoy it quite a lot. As a big, Monster Hunter fan as well, I would like to give those a go before I dive into
Mm.
3. But other than that, I can't see a lot on this list that I'm like, yeah, these are gonna run really well
Yeah, it feels
on the
like
Steam Deck.
it's maybe like I don't know because we should be coming up towards the end of the generation, but it sort of feels like we're in that mid-gen slump at the moment where there's not really much coming out. We're not really going to see the fruits of the labor until 2027, 2028. That's how it feels
Yeah,
to me.
I think there is like when you see like PlayStation, all their big studios releasing one game a generation now instead of sort of like the Uncharted games. I'm pretty sure all 4 of them came out in one generation, right?
No, 4 was
Ah.
PS4, but 1, 2, 3 were all on
Oh,
PlayStation.
really? Okay. Well, then they must have started this back in back on PS4 then. But it just feels like,
Yeah, but then you also got to think Uncharted, The Last of Us Part 2, The Last of Us Remastered, and also Uncharted Lost Legacy, all on PS4.
yeah, that's true.
They've not released a game that's a PS5 exclusive yet.
Yeah. Who has? Uh, Insomniac.
Yeah,
That's it.
I think so.
Well, and Housemarque.
Yeah, but they bought them after the
Team
fact. Doesn't
Asobi.
really
Oh, did
count.
they? Okay. Um, and what about Cory Barlog's Santa Monica? I haven't
Santa
done it.
Monica hasn't done it yet.
No. Well, maybe it'd be nice if this new thing that they're teasing, if it was Santa Monica releasing something new. Um, there was that rumor they were doing like a 2D pixel art Metroidvania God of War
See, I'd
game,
love
like a
that, but then
pre.
I'd want them to release it day and date on PC so I could play it on deck. So I don't want to play that
Yeah,
on PS5.
that feels like a handheld, but they've got the port now,
Yeah.
haven't they? Which is annoying because, like, I see what you did. I did
But
see. Did you see?
they did do the day and date with the Lego thing, right? And they
Yeah,
released that on Switch day and date.
yeah.
Like, maybe they would do it.
Well, now also, did you not see there was that cross-buy button that appeared on a couple of games where on the PS Store, where if you buy it, you also get the PC copy as well.
Is that through
Like,
their cheat or
through
through
I
game?
don't know. I don't know how it works, but it's apparently there are games on their store. I don't know whether it popped up or someone saw it that you could buy a buy a game and
I mean,
it
I'd be
have
down
it on
for
both.
that, but I kind
I'd
of
love
also
that.
just want to be able to log into Steam on my Xbox at this point, like,
Yeah, I agree.
um, or just buy a Steam machine. I can't decide what I wanna do because do I sell the PS5, put that money to and maybe sell the Xbox, put that money towards a Steam machine, just go all in on PC?
I sold my PS5 and as of yet don't regret it. Ghost of Yotei looked good, but
You'll play it
you know,
next year when it comes to PC.
yeah, exactly, exactly. I'm glad I waited for Astrobot, but so far nothing's really like made me regret it. When Saros comes out, I'm going to be a bit salty because I do want to play that, but also Cat really wants to play Grand Theft Auto 6 on launch. So I'm wondering if when that comes
Well,
out.
there was a discussion with, Pierre-Loup, Graffet, I can't remember which podcast it was on, but he was talking about that they wanna find an anti-cheat solution. And so, I mean, they've got a year now. I'm hopeful that within a year they can find an anti-cheat solution so GTA 6 can be playable on day 1 on PC, on SteamOS.
Well, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
It would be nice, but also you've got a Windows PC, so you could just play it on that and just stream it to your TV.
I don't know if you've. We're really jumping around here. Sorry, but have you seen that story where the new Windows update like killed performance in a couple of games?
No.
God, I really should Google these things
Is
before I
this
say them.
another reason not to use Windows?
Well, yeah, it seems that way. Hang on a minute. Windows update breaks game. Let's find the most recent one. Game is confirmed. Frame drops after Windows 11 update that Microsoft won't acknowledge, but Nvidia has fixed it. So apparently this was an update. Assassin's Creed Shadows. There we go. It was the big game. Their frame rates were just cut in half with the late September Windows 11 update.
Jesus Christ, did they,
Optional.
like, just completely balk DirectX?
They must have done something. Then there was a mandatory patch in October that had the exact same issue. So there's suddenly people that were playing 120 to 140 were now getting 40 to 70 on the same hardware. I think it was NVIDIA hardware. All Windows 11 PCs and all Windows 11 updates were affected. I think NVIDIA then shipped a little fix, but it wasn't. I don't think it was them that broke it in the first place. At work we had something. So Windows, I think Windows uh, seems to like to just remove stuff. Your program, your software might rely on some old bit of, hard piece of software that hasn't been
Usually, they
used in
would,
a
like,
while.
mark it as deprecated and remove it further down the line, so I don't know that we can, like, point all the blame at Microsoft here. The software developers probably have to take some of the blame for not keeping their software up to date, but that is
Yeah,
difficult with legacy games. You know, if it's a
yeah, that's
legacy game
yeah.
that's not been updated in a long time and they've removed a little bit of
Well,
weird
Assassin's Creed
DLL.
Shadows came out this year, so
Yeah, it's not great. It's not.
no, and it is another like reason to want to move on to Linux, and I think that I'm tempted every now. I've got a Windows, sorry, I've got a Linux sort of. Um, I have an option to launch into it on my PC, and I am tempted sometimes, just like, oh, maybe I've not yet seen big enough performance issues with Windows updates. I'm not playing the right games, obviously. But what I do also think is, like you're saying about anti-cheat, is I don't want one day to not be able to play a game because it has an anti-cheat that's not supported. Or if I decide, oh, I don't mind paying the amount of money that Game Pass costs again, uh, I'd rather pay that than pay up, full whack for a game sometimes. So
I'm not paying for Game Pass anymore with the price that they put that up to get console and PC and streaming. It's like It's insane money, like £25 a month. I'm just not paying that.
Yeah, I think
At that
PC
point,
only
I
is
might
only
as
like
well.
13.
Yeah, but I might as well just like buy the game
Yeah, we had this
because I'll be
discussion before, didn't we? Yeah.
subscribing for a year at that point because I'm not going to finish all the games I want to finish in a period. I mean, I don't know. At least with consoles, you have the option of trading the game in, but with Steam, they're often on sale. They're often cheaper. I've slowly become one of those people that just doesn't play games at launch and just waits and buys them on
Mm.
sale, and I'm fine with that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, patient gaming is the best way to be, but I think, doing this has sort of pushed me away from being from patient gaming 'cause I'm always like, well, this especially last year where I was like, "I wanna play the thing as it comes out. Whether we get given a review code or not, I would like to be able to talk about it and do a review." This year I've been less bothered by that, so I have played more old stuff and I have tried to dig into my backlog more.
Yeah, I think it's just playing. That's where I'm at. Like, just play what you fancy in the moment. It doesn't have to be whatever the
Yeah, it can
latest game
happen.
is.
Yeah. I don't wanna get bullied in the playground for not playing the latest game though, you know? Like,
Yeah, but
you
you
know, I
just lie. You
wouldn't.
just say, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, of course I have. Oh, it's brilliant, isn't it?" And they go, "No,
Yeah.
did you
Oh,
not
I
see it?"
love I
"Well,
love
really?
Arc
You liked
Raiders.
it?" Metacritic said it was a 2.
Yeah, I'll be like, "Yeah, I love Arc Raiders."
Is
Now
that like
everyone
is
gets
that
laughed.
my mind instantly went to Space Raiders, the crisps, but they're like little bums made out of corn maze instead.
My bottom's not amazing. You can easily find the exit. Arc Raiders is the latest and greatest third-person extraction shooter, Steve. You should know this because 'cause you're on the tip top of video games.
Yeah, yeah.
You not?
No, just I'm not even gonna make the joke, so I'm just gonna move on.
I'm laughing silently. I'm sorry. Look, I could tell that to the video user I was laughing, but to the audio listener, I'm just like deathly silent at the you not making a joke.
Yeah, we don't just be like, don't use the words tip top and then not expect me to like,
Hey, whatever your mind does, your
yeah.
mind, it's
It's
not
a
my
mess.
fault.
It's uncaffeinated today. It's
Oh
terrible.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have been really enjoying, so on the sneak cans, it says contains Brainberry. Now,
Mhm.
that could be bullshit. However, whenever I have one, I'm like, "Why do I feel much better than I did before I had this?" Granted, it's the
'Cause
caffeine,
you had
but I've had
caffeine.
but if I have a sneak out of the tub where it doesn't say Brainberry on it, though whatever those Brainberries are, they're good for me. They make me feel
Can
good,
I
they
just
make
eat
me
brain berries? Are they berries that look like brains, or are they berries for your brain?
I'm gonna see if Brainberry is a real thing. It is.
Bet we find out it's just cranberries
Oh,
or something.
Brainberry, brain fitness for all. It's a nootropic ingredient. Oh, sorry, can either refer to a nootropic ingredient from the Aronia melanocarpa berry or a digital health company developing software for cognitive impairment. It is not that one. It has to be the Aronia berry. There it is. Extract.
I'm
Uh,
just gonna just
it's
buy some.
real.
Buy
It looks like
some.
a powder. Oh, I don't know how you put the powder in you. You can get it in sachet form, gummy form, or in effervescent tablet.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Do
might
you know
have to
what
look into some brain berries.
I actually think what I've been having must come in Evanescence tablets because it's really wake me up. Oh, because it really wakes me up. Damn it. Imagine having a great joke and then
It was a
fumbling
really
it at the
great
last
joke.
and then fumbling it
Let's
at the
do it
last.
again, and then everyone can hear
You can edit
"Wake
it
Me Up
out.
Inside" in the
You'll
background.
edit it
I
out,
won't
yeah.
I won't edit it out, I'll leave it
Oh,
in.
I prefer it in Evanescence tablets because it really wakes me up inside. Ha 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 ha. Uh, Sustainable. Apparently it's sustainable.
I'm really glad. And with that, we'll move on to listening to 2 very, very handsome men from 2 weeks ago
Yep,
talk
younger.
all about your games that you played on Steam Deck this year,
So
and we'll see
naive.
you in a couple of weeks.
Bye-bye now. Hello.
Walk us through what the best games that our Discord members have played on deck this year are.
Yes. So I asked him in Discord this week, not out of desperation, out of genuine interest. What was the best game that they played on their Steam Deck this year? It didn't matter what year the game came out. It didn't matter what console the game was from. It didn't matter how you played it, as long as you played on the deck. Because I wanted to know, sort of like, what are you all? You hear what we're playing all the time, and sometimes we hear what you're up to. But I just want to know, what are you playing? How versatile is this thing? Um, so let's go through some of them. Slim Timmy 13 says he's playing, or they're playing, sorry, Minecraft and Outer Worlds 2. But also keep going back to Stardew, mini style games and retro games a lot. Uh, Stardew Valley. There you go, Steve. Stardew
Yeah,
Valley
I'm loving
mentioned.
Stardew Valley. I'm still playing it quite a lot. It's one of those games that's like really nice to wind down with.
Hmm.
I'm surprised you're playing Outer Worlds 2 on deck. Like, how have you found that's been? Like, I've seen a lot of people saying it's barely playable. Like, it's
Yeah,
30
I'm.
frames per second a lot of the time, but you have to crank down the graphics, and even then, sometimes it still struggles to get to 30.
Could be Game Pass streaming.
That's true.
If
That
I
is
had to
true.
guess.
Yeah.
But I also think that, and I think that I know this from people that I spoke to that I know that have bought Steam Decks, and just people that I've seen in like groups and on Facebook and on Reddit. I mean, people aren't as precious as maybe you or I sometimes about how they're like they'll play something and be like rock solid 30 FPS. I'm getting like a smooth 24 FPS. It's like, and it looks like crap, but they're playing the game and that's fine for them because they
Yeah,
are
I
playing
do
the game
forget
in
that
their hands.
sometimes, people can compromise on things that maybe you
Yeah.
or I are not willing to do.
And they'll do that more if they don't have a choice. So if like we will go, "Oh, Steam Deck, not great. I'll play it on PC or PlayStation or whatever." The Steam Deck might be someone's only handheld, they might or their only
Mhm.
console. And so wherever they can play it, it's the same way that we might have played um, some really terrible Switch ports back in the day. I
'Cause I
know I
always play
did.
it handheld. Yeah,
I always play it
I know
handheld, and that
you
was
were
my
always
option.
playing on Ark.
What?
Ark, that dinosaur game that ran like
Oh
shite.
god. Yeah, yeah. Is that still running?
It does. They redid the entire port. They got another
They?
studio to redo it. They got the same studio that did, Doom to do it in the end.
Oh,
And I think the same studio that
Panic
redid
Button.
yeah, and I think it's the same studio that redid Outer Worlds as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. They're obviously a good team. We know they're a good team. Moving on. Oh, by the way, Minecraft's also a bitch to set up. So,
Is it?
there's the
Why?
I can't remember. I remember it being difficult to set up on Steam Deck. It
Is
wasn't
it
as
not on
simple as
Steam?
no. It's like a
Oh,
Microsoft. You have to download like a Java launcher or like
can you
download the
not write
Minecraft
oh,
launcher and then
okay.
like run it.
If
And
you can't run the Bedrock edition? Are you sure
you
that's
can.
true, that
I'm
Minecraft isn't on
sure
Steam?
Minecraft is not on Steam. If you prove me wrong, I'm gonna be
No,
pissed
it's
off.
not. What?
Yeah, you have to get the Minecraft
But
launcher.
Minecraft Dungeons& and Legends is.
Yeah. If you wanna play Minecraft, you have to go onto I guess you can probably get it off the Xbox store now, but you used to have to go and download the Minecraft launcher from the Minecraft website, the Jargex, whatever website, and run it. But you have to do the whole running a non-Steam launcher thing on non-Steam launchers probably works for this, but I remember trying to set Minecraft up and it just wasn't happening, and by the time I did it, I was like, "I don't play Minecraft anymore." So, um, moving on. Big fan of this chap, Andy Rads. He's been playing Fallout 4 and it runs flawlessly.
I mean, I'm not surprised it runs flawlessly, I'll be honest. I played a bunch of Fallout on, the deck when I first got it. I think New Vegas was probably one of the first games I played on
Mhm.
deck. I was like, "Yeah, I wanna go back to this. I've not played it in a while." But Fallout 4 is a great game. Um, it's a shame
Is
we've
the
not got
next
another Fallout game.
Yeah, is the next gen update, like, does that work on Steam
I
Deck?
believe so,
Does it
yeah.
benefit from it?
I believe it d I think it screwed up for a while, but I believe
Mm,
so. But it looked good anyway, and you can run mods on it, and, like, it's
yeah.
brilliant. It's a great game. It's not my favorite
Ooh.
Fallout game, but it's a great game.
It's coming to Switch too.
Yeah. I
You know,
mean,
it took 8
that
years.
really shouldn't be something that we're, like, excited about. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It took
Like
8 years for them to release a Fallout game on Switch. Isn't that ridiculous?
I was excited about Skyrim coming to Switch when that was
Mm,
first announced in 2016, but
yeah.
I'm not excited about Fallout 4 coming to Switch. Like, that should have been there years ago. The only
Yeah.
Fallout game we've ever got was the bloody, Fallout Shelter.
Well, you can't play that on your Steam Deck anymore, can you? So, who's winning now? Uh There is a little and I put these in the order so I could daisy chain from one to another here. You'll see what I mean in a second. Uh, Costa, I'm gonna assume it's CO5TA. I'm gonna say Costa. Yeah. It says, "For me, it's Fallout 3 and 4 and Elite Dangerous." So, a lot of Fallout happening here already.
I haven't
Uh,
see, Fallout 3 is the one Fallout I've played, like, once
as the
and never went
first
back to.
Bethesda
The
third
first Bethesda
person.
Fallout, yeah, I've actually not played any of the top-down Fallouts.
Hmm,
So
fake
it's
fan.
yeah, I am. you know.
I would like to try New. I think I did try New Vegas, but every time I started playing, I got so bored of numbers and like RPG, like which I know it's an
Then
RPG,
don't play New Vegas, play 4 because Fallout New Vegas is more RPG than
but then
4.
I also would like to have the depth that comes with that. I just don't want to do the numbers that come with that, which I guess is ridiculous.
There must be something online that you can just be like, you know, give
I,
me
oh,
give me a
since
save with
then, I've
everything.
also played a lot of D&D, so maybe now I'm more equipped to deal with numbers and stats and things than I was before.
Possibly.
Also, I played like all the Dark Souls, which do involve some stats. So whatever. Um, Dath Knight says, "Well, I play other stuff too. I always come back to Elite Dangerous." There's your
That's
link
the
there.
link, you know. This is brilliant.
Elite Dangerous. I remember a friend of mine. His stepdad had like a proper battle station where he had like 6 screens all set up, and they were all so that he could play Elite Dangerous in the best way he possibly could.
Yeah, we've had Doc on the show before from the Discord where I think it was on the Flip Screen Games podcast when we spoke about VR and he plays Elite Dangerous in VR. And I
Mhm.
can't imagine how nauseous that would make you feel because the horizon constantly moves. And
Oh, because
so
you're yeah, in a ship.
like you're in a ship, so the horizon's moving, so your brain's got nothing to focus on. I would feel so motion sick playing that.
Underneath his VR headset, he's got one of those sets of goggles that got the liquid in, so you've always got like an extra horizon. Those little Harry Potter ones. And the third horizon involved in somehow. Daft Knight continues to say, "For the most intensive stuff, I use my gaming rig, but I do love me some relaxed space trucking, and for that, the deck is awesome. In fact, I rediscovered the game because of the deck. At first, I just wanted to see if it runs and immediately fell back in love with it." Um,
That's a
d
crazy way round, right? To find Elite Dangerous because of the deck. Rather than I love Elite Dangerous so much, I'm gonna buy a deck so I can play it more. Like, I feel like
yeah.
most people are like that way round. Like, Elite Dangerous is quite a niche game.
Yeah, people that like it really like it, though, and I guess being able to then take that anywhere you want is the real winner
Yeah, yeah,
there.
that's the draw.
Um, W. Alex G. Wallexger Alex replies to that to say, "I just went to add Elite Dangerous to my wish list and found out I owned it, so we'll have to check that out."
Has that
And then,
happened to you before, Max?
oh, all the
Where you've
time.
gone to add games to your wish list and you
Has
found out
that
you
ha
already bought it in a
has
sale?
that has that happened to me? Of
Oh,
course it
because
happens to me.
you've only played like 20% of your library or whatever it
Exactly,
was.
yeah, and every time I'm like, "Oh, maybe I should go and get that game," and it's like, "This game's already in your library." I'm like, "Oh, sweet. I can play it right now then." And then but then I have the opposite sometimes where I'm like, "Oh, I really wanna replay this game," and I bought it on Switch, and I'm like, "Oh, I can't bothered." Uh, it's it's Fwiss it's Fwiss Kringle, like Kris Kringle, because it's Christmas now. It's not, it's November. It's Fwiss Kringle replies to that to say, "Elite Dangerous ran great. My only complaint was logging into the game required the touchscreen even if it was docked." Then goes on to say, "The Steam Deck is my definitive emulation box, though. Twilight Princess HD runs great. The only status I have is in the icy areas with all the fog effects." The amount of games that you can play that aren't available on like modern Nintendo consoles is crazy. Um, yeah, all the Wii U ones. Before they announced the Xenoblade Chronicles X port for Switch, I was running that on the Steam Deck with a load of mods, and it was great, really good. In fact, it was better than the version we currently have on Switch because they
Yeah,
haven't
because
updated
the
it for
frame
Switch
rate's
2.
not like crap.
Yeah, they haven't updated it for Switch 2 yet, but, if I say yet. But yeah, there's so many, like, just all the DS stuff, all the 3DS stuff, all the stuff that they haven't been able to move across.
Even the stuff they
Great.
have been able to move across, like modding it so it runs better. Like I
Mm,
did play some, I was emulating some Switch stuff on there. I did play Breath of the Wild and upscaled it a little bit. Like I was playing the Wii U version as well. Like that ran great.
mhm. That's the only
Um,
one to play, I think, in terms of Breath of the Wild. That's the one that runs way better than the Switch
it
version.
does run way better than the Switch version. Yeah, you can run that at 60 frames per second, which granted now
Mhm.
you could do on a Switch too, but it was great that you could do that on the Steam Deck. But just being able to mod old games like we spoke about Prime Hack, like you can give these games a whole new lease of life, like Wind Waker, for example, like being
Yeah.
able to play the HD version, but you can upscale that to 4K if you wanted to. You can get
Yeah.
that to run at like 120 frames per second if you really wanted to. Like there's so much stuff you can do with these games, and they're not commercially available on any system. They don't sell the Wii U anymore. The eShop shut down. there's only a limited number of these discs around that are just going to be rotting away eventually. It's a real shame.
Yeah, it is because these are great games that are unavailable to play. So have at you. Rotten Gaming says, I don't know if it counts or not, but Greenlight and Chiaki Fidek have been game changers. That absolutely counts.
Yeah, it really
Um,
does count. Like that's often how I would play a lot of games
mhm.
on the Steam Deck. I'm not going to play Outer Worlds 2 natively on the deck. What I'm going to do is pick it up probably on Xbox. I'll probably subscribe to Game Pass for a month, download the game. I can then stream it with Greenlight, and I can play it on my TV when I want to as well. But it just gives me the option. And if my partner's using the TV, I can be playing stuff on my deck.
Yeah, I played so much of the God of War Valhalla roguelike mode. Was it last Christmas or Christmas before it came out? I think it was Christmas before last.
Yeah,
Uh,
last Christmas I gave you my heart, so it must have been the year before.
that's it. Must be that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played like so much of that just in bed on the Steam Deck instead of on my PC. Obviously now Valhalla's out, so you could probably play it properly on the Steam Deck if you wanted to. But hey ho, good option. Ross and Gaming goes on to say, if that doesn't count, then Diablo 4 and Mike Tyson's Punch Out using EmuDeck.
Oh,
I'm
Diablo
assuming that's
4, yeah.
the NES one.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would hope so. If it's got Mike Tyson's name in it, it definitely is. Because
Oh yeah, because they did the Wii Punch Out, didn't they?
yeah, they got rid of Mike Tyson's name even on the reprint of the NES
Did
cartridges.
they?
Yeah. Well, he got convicted of crimes, you don't
Yeah,
want
that.
that.
Yeah,
Kinda just besmirches the name of Nintendo. Um,
yeah, I think so. Did you quick Nintendo fact? Did you know that the original founder of Retro Studios, when they gave him a load of money to fill the studio up and make games for them, instead of making games, he started taking or creating softcore porn, uploading it to his softcore porn website that was hosted on the Retro Studios servers that were owned and ran by Nintendo. So Nintendo bought him out and fired him, and then told everyone to stop working on their games and start working on Metro Prime. And they had 2 years to do it, and then they did it. What a fun fact!
wow, did
Um,
not know that.
I've just realised that's not a crime though. Sort of
Not
creating porn
great
isn't a
though.
crime.
Probably
Not great.
probably is a crime
Great.
of some kind. It's got to be fraud that you're defrauding
Fraud.
your investors of the company.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Back to the Steam Deck. Fraser Anderson says, working my way through the Halo series right now. Great to pick up and do small 10 to 30-minute sessions of the campaigns. The deck sleep feature is great for getting into the action quickly. That is written like an advert, I would say, in a good way.
No, it is.
Uh,
Like, it's the main draw, though. Windows still does not do this.
yeah. With work and young kids, I don't have time for longer gaming sessions. I played a bit of Rocket League too. My ping always seemed to be 100 no matter what I tinkered with. I didn't think Rocket League worked on the Steam Deck personally. I guess you just have to run Heroic Launcher or something, or non-Steam.
You can, but I am surprised. Well, it's easy anti-cheat because it's it'll be their own thing. It won't be like
Yeah.
BattleEye.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about anti-cheat. Yeah, Halo is. I think I've played a big chunk of Halo One, the first one, on the Steam Deck. And yeah, it's just a good way to revisit, like, a classic game
I used to
series.
love like to switch. Can you switch between the graphics on
Yeah, that's the one where you swap between the
Yeah,
original and how like
it's like
it's
oh,
so
this
one
looks
to
like
one.
trash, and then you can like go and see how far we've come. It's brilliant.
You can do that with the Soul Reaver remake they did, Soul Reaver 1 and 2 last year. And that is like it's trippy because you're like, this is how it looks. This is how I remember it looking. And you
Yeah,
press it
yeah,
and you
it's
go,
so
oh
cool.
no, that is
I
not.
remember doing that on the Diablo 2 remake, and it's like, oh god, really?
Yeah.
That's what it was? Like, I don't remember it looking like that. Surely it
I
always looked like this good.
I'd like to do that on the Metro Prime one, but you can't. So um Cold Soul says definitely Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate. Snappy name. I played from start to finish on my OLED deck and it ran flawlessly. That I think is also coming to Switch 2, but struggling. So it's good to know that that runs well, really well, flawlessly on the Steam Deck. Hopefully, the third version, now that the Switch 2 exists and they are going to be targeting that, the version of the third game in the trilogy, this Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy, is going to be hopefully very also very
You'd
playable
hope
on the deck,
so,
right?
but I'm never too certain on that. Like, PC games are just a different breed compared to, like, optimizing it and running it on a dedicated
That is
console.
true. That is actually, yeah, how does, like, Star Wars Outlaws run on the Steam Deck, I wonder?
I don't know. Yeah, if anyone would have known, it would be Pete, and we're gonna have to ask him when he comes back.
We'll ask Pete when he's back. Uh, Team Linux, let's round this out with Team Linux oh 01, who says, "Final Fantasy Tactics would be my vote, although I have put several hours into Metal Slug Attack Reloaded lately. Uh, Disgaea 6 was pretty good on deck too, but that game does look up occasionally. It's a buggy game in general. Final
I
Fantasy Tactics is the new one, right?
uh,
Or the remake,
the
the new
remake of the
remake,
new one, yeah, like, I presume so, unless he's emulating it, like, it could be an emulated, Final Fantasy Tactics.
maybe.
Not sure why you would if the remake's out, but, you know, who knows? Um, Metal Slug is one of my favorite franchises of all time. I play it that is the game I play most on my arcade cabinet.
Oh,
I love
really?
it so much. I love Neo Geo. They're great. I'd love an actual Neo Geo Pocket. Um, yeah, they're great games. Really great games.
Metal Slug, that's the one. Dude's got like a bandana and he's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
shooting the guns. Yeah, I've seen those before.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Great looking artwork of like all the different like silver, like but also slightly green tinted machines and stuff. I don't know why I
It's
started doing
beautiful
that.
artwork,
But
and, like, I mean, the Neo Geo was insane. The console was ridiculously priced, the cartridges were ridiculously priced because it was the arcade console and
mhm.
the arcade cartridge, and you just played it at home. It's crazy, absolutely crazy concept.
But yes,
Yeah, some
that's
great games, but Max, what's your best game, or are you saving that?
no, no. My best game I played this year on the Steam Deck. That's a tough choice between Hades 2 and being able to play through the whole Metro Prime trilogy in the build up to Metro Prime 4 in less than a month, which I'm crazy excited about. Um, so being able to like go back and experience those in a way that Nintendo hasn't let me for 8 years, joy.
Mm.
You know?
I think for me, it's probably Stardew Valley, or I did play Jackbox Party Pack 11 last night, and that is probably the best pack they've put out in like 4 years. Every game in that pack is either good or great. Um, yeah, really, really good.
I can tell you haven't played a lot on your deck this year.
I have not. I haven't
Yeah.
played a lot on anything this year.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, so yeah, look forward to Game of the Year this year then, where you bring out
Wow.
Jackbox Party Pack 11 as the number.
Maybe I'll bring Wordle back. I should be like,
Yeah,
yeah,
you could do.
Wordle,
You have been playing
game of the
loads of
year.
Wordle. They did a new didn't, MIT do a new game?
They do have a new one. I
Pips.
don't know what it is. Yeah,
Pips.
I just play Wordle and Connections. Those are the two for
Get
me.
into Pips now. I've only played 2 games of Pips, and I think you'd like it.
Okay, I'll give Pips a go. I
Proper
sometimes play
dweeby
Spelling
game.
Bee.
Yeah,
That's
that
good.
doesn't end, it never ends. Give
Yeah,
me a
and they make
game
you
that ends.
subscribe when you get to a certain
Ah.
level. They're like, "You need to pay now." And I'm like, I'm not paying New York Times. I'm not doing it."
Give me a game that I can get out in the amount of time it takes me to have a fake conversation with someone at work. Let me nod along going, "Uh-huh," as I do all my connections or do don't make me sit there going, "I need to stop this conversation so I can actually focus on the word thing here." That's what I
Yeah.
want from NYT, and Pips sort of does that. So, um, yeah, I have nothing more to give for
Nothing.
this
Max is
episode.
done. He was yawning before he even started, so
Oh,
I can
I think we
understand.
were passing a yawn back and forth
Yeah,
for
we
like 10
no, you
minutes,
started it. You triggered the yawn. I don't even know what you call it. The yawn
and then
shuffle.
you gave it straight back. So let's not start throwing accusations around. I was happy to take the blame, and then you threw it in my face. Do you know what? Screw you. I would like to end this podcast now
Okay,
because of that.
we will end it. Let us know what your best game is on the Steam Deck this year if you didn't already down in the
Yeah.
comments. Let us know what you think of the sleep mode.
Mhm.
And if you have one of these mini PCs, are they any good? Let us know that. Um,
I have a question.
okay.
I because you all love and care about me and my well-being, um, and Metro Prime 4 is coming out and I'm excited. If you have never played Metro Prime or Metro Prime Trilogy before, please get a Prime Pack on your Steam Deck, give it a go, and I want you to tell me in Discord or in the comments of some sort of way or message me privately, whatever, what you thought. I want you to play it and try it and tell me you hate it if you wanted, but all I want.
I tried it for 2 hours and I didn't like it.
Yeah, which one?
Try Prime Hack, the first one.
Oh, okay. Why? Why didn't you like it?
Uh,
Okay, alright.
this was
Well,
pre Metroid Dread, I think.
oh, Well, then you need to
So maybe I
you
need to
that
go back to it.
no. 2021. When did the Steam Deck come out?
Oh, no, it wasn't
2021.
then. Yeah. Maybe it
Wow.
was. I don't know.
Well, maybe we'll argue about this another time.
Anyway, I didn't really like it. Sorry, Max.
That's
Wasn't
fine.
for me.
I
I'll stick
forgive
to
you.
make more 2D Metroids. That's all I've got to say
I'm
on the matter.
trying my damn hardest, mate.
You
I'm
know,
trying.
come on. But that's it for this week. I've been Steve. That's been Max. We'll see you next week.
Ta-ta.